Hello อาจารย์บรรพต and everyone. My name is พงศภักดิ์เทพศิริ ID 65313306085. Today I'll present about the progress tool of 2D animation. Let's do it. Background of 2D animation. Animation refers to the act of making visible objects move. 2D animation has been around since the 1800s and is used for cartoons and animated films. Within a 2D space, continuous images or objects are used to create movement. What is 2D animation? 2D animation is the process of creating the illusion of movement for characters and objects in a 2D space. Traditional 2D animation was hand-drawn, but can now be created on a computer. In 3D animation, characters and objects move through three-dimensional space, but in 2D animation, they are limited to up, down, left and right movements, which give the appearance of range and width but no depth. Production process. The 2D animation process consists of three parts: pre-production, production, and post-production. The pre-production stage for 2D animation includes character design, background sketching, and storyboard, which is a cartoon-like graphic representation of the action and events throughout the animation. Animation, however, occurs during the production stage. Animation of a 2D character or object occurs when multiple frames, single static images are displayed in rapid succession, with each frame drawn slightly differently, creating the illusion of movement similar to flipbook or stop-motion animation. A 1 second of animation is typically produced with 24 frames, also known as 24 frames per second. This means that 24 unique drawings are required per second for 1 second of animation time. However, today most animations are produced at 12 frames per second, or 1 drawing every 2 frames, to save time and production cost. When creating a physical scene for an animated film or cartoon, animators will combine character model sheets, storyboards, layouts, and backgrounds from pre-production and render the scene before animation to ensure that all elements work together harmoniously. The drawing is then clean up with a pencil, and when not using animation software, it is filmed with an animation camera to check for movement and background changes. Once this rough animation is ready, clean solid lines are drawn over the pencil sketch and then further cleaned up by adding a new drawing layer to color in the final frame. Types and techniques. Stop motion animation. Stop motion animation is the movement of objects in front of the camera to create the illusion of movement. This approach can be used in both live action and computer generated animation, and is often used in television shows and video games. Frame by frame animation. Frame by frame animation is where each frame of an animation is drawn separately but in series rather than one frame at a time. Each frame is then replayed rapidly to create the illusion of movement. This technique is often used to create complex animation in many moving parts. Rotoscoping. Rotoscoping is an animation technique that draws over live action footage to create motion. The technique is used to simulate realistic movement as well as create more distinctive motion effects. A good example of rotoscoping is early animated films, which were hand-drawn over live-action footage. Cutout animation. Cutout animation involves inserting and replacing parts of a character and object that are in motion to create the illusion of movement. This technique is often used in cartoons and animation because it allows greater control over the shape, color, and size of the moving character. Computer animation. Computer animation involves creating digital images of hand-drawn images and then manipulating them on the computer to achieve the desired movement and look. This technique is often used in advanced video games and animated films because it allows for greater flexibility and detail in the animation process. History of 2D animation. 1900s, zoetrope, early form of animation. 1908, first ever 2D animation film, Phantasmagoria by Emil Cole. 1928, Steamboat Willie, the introduce of synchronized sound and the debut of Mickey Mouse by Walt Disney. 1937, the first full-length animated feature film, Snow White and the Seven drafts. 50s to 70s, the limited animation techniques popularized for TV show. 1989, the sparking of Renaissance in Disney, The Little Mermaid. 1991, first animated film to use a fully digital ink paint system, Beauty and the Beast. 1995, the first fully computer-generated feature film that revolutionizes animation, Toy Story. And now the present, CGI has been coexisting with 2D and often incorporates elements of both. This is the mind map of 2D animation. Program softwares. Adobe Animate, a multimedia and computer animation program developed by Adobe Animate. It is used for designing vector graphics and animations for TV series, online animation, for television series, online animation, websites, web applications, complete web applications, game development, advertising, and other interactive projects. Adobe Character Animator, a desktop application software product that combines real-time motion capture with a multi-track recording system to control layer 2D puppets based on illustrations drawn in Photoshop and Illustrator. And Clipchamp, an online video editing tool developed by Australian company Clipchamp, now a subsidiary of Microsoft, is a non-linear editing software that allows users to import, edit, and export audio-visual media in an internet browser window. Thank you very much for listening.